What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we're going to be showing you guys one of the best teams out there right now. Now, I am almost expecting somebody to come up and brew something with a Vala coming up in the next couple days, because as you guys know, Vala, sub 50% on an enemy, can be absolutely crazy, but the top teams are changing, and it's very similar to the team we've had yesterday. However, there's going to be one man added to this squad, even at a single copy, that is going to increase your damage. And this strategy is all about percent attack. Yes, getting as many percent attack buffs as possible, because, well, who's going to be doing the most for our squad here? You know what, I might as well change this top lineup just to show you guys the actual setup here. So we are going to be having, of course, Smokey and Meerky. We are going to have Shakir, and again, the new hero added to the top here is going to be Dunlingr. Again, this strategy is going to work even with a single copy of Dunlingr. The whole purpose of this Dunlingr here is to have his ultimate on Spellbind, unable to cast ultimate. You don't need anything else but that. Now, why is that? That is because we want to make sure that our Shakir are plus 10 as a bare minimum. So you need to have Mythic Plus. You need to have plus 10. We need to say each non-summoned ally within Lupine Aura can share the same attack bonus as from Wolf's Will. That is important because, again, we are stacking attack buffs. Who else is going to be our main damage dealer? Well, none other than Smokey and Meerky. Plus 15 is absolutely amazing for this. You're going to get the best damage because this 10-second window with this ability is going to be where majority of your damage is going to come from this boss right here. So Smokey and Meerky, definitely a must. Why are we using Mikola? Well, Mikola is going to be transported into the boss almost immediately. She does have some really nice effects here. Going for plus 10 is nice. If you want more, you can go for plus 15. Overall, though, Mikola's requirement does seem to need Supreme Plus. You need the enhanced force, because this right here, you want to make sure this honor arena is on the battlefield at all times, because that honor arena is going to be giving that big attack boost. And again, we're going all in on attack stats on Smokey and Meerky. We're still using Fresto. He's just good at what he does here. Having him as strong as possible is going to be great. And the one difference maker here is going to be the Great Sword spell. And it's not even for the normal ability that we do use this for a lot of times for the physical defense. This is simply because it has the most attack value, 22%. If you take a look at every other one of these, every single one of them is lower. The only one that comes close, like I was saying, there's a couple of them that come close. I mean, we only get 15.5% from resonating. 13.8, you can see, is by far the highest amount of attack. All these other stats are cool and all, more attack speed, sure, whatever, but we are going all in on the strategy for Smokey and Meerky. And essentially what happens here is Dunlingr is going to slow down the ultimate of our Shakir by quite a bit, and what that's basically going to do is allow him to go into his ultimate form and put that Lupine Aura out on the Smokey and Meerky. Now we have all three attempts here today, so I'm going to show you guys what this actually looks like across a bunch of them, but the actual formation does need to change as well. So you can see what our current highest damages here. We're still far behind, you know, the tippy top of the teams out there, and essentially this is the same exact squad we were running before. There were two different versions you could run. One had a Kruger, another version had, I believe, Seth in it as well, so you guys could decide which way to build it. But this one's going to be just slightly different. Instead of putting them over in this corner over here, we're going to be putting a Dunlingr in this slot here. And again, we need to make sure we're on the yellow version. This is the basically the ability to let you cast ultimates with the one hero if you have it unlocked. In reality, though, we want to make sure that Shakir is not the one with the white circle behind his back. Again, we want to change this over to Great Sword spell for maximum attack bonuses, and this should turn out very, very well. From everything I've seen on Discord and what people have shared with me, Dunlingr is going to be taken away from the battlefield first. That means absolutely nothing, really. You don't even need like a Mythic plus Supreme plus Dunlingr. You'll notice that a single copy of Dunlingr and like a Supreme plus is going to do pretty dang close to the same amount of damage as each other. So you can see right here, we have Shakir in that Lupine Aura during almost the entirety, and actually I think it was the entirety of that Smokey and Meerky ability there. So that is the biggest burst window we have on this team. That's where you're going to get the good majority of our damage, and that's why stacking so many different plus attack percentages is important on the Smokey. So this is just really cool how this works out. Because again, remember, you are getting capped on Smokey's damage and stuff. So you see right here, we're about to hit 50. It wasn't a huge jump ahead. It's still very close to the previous team, but it is by far the better option. You can see Smokey doing about half the damage of Freesto, but this team is extremely solid. Now, of course, having the most powerful Smokey and Meerky is going to be a very big deal as well, because remember, you have to remember that the amount of HP, lost HP, cannot exceed 200% with his own attack. So this is why we're stacking so many different layers of attack. We have attack from Mikola, we have attack from the Lupine Ore, we have attack from the Artifact, and all three of these things added together are going to give us the best result possible. Again, I'm really intrigued to see if someone comes up with some sort of Vala team coming up pretty soon here. Either way though, this squad is doing good. So watch the damage here. We're going to be coming up to it very soon. We're at 8, 10, 12. Okay, so we're at 12 billion, and watch this one. I mean, we go literally from 12 all the way up to 32-ish. So we're getting 20 billion of our damage in a 10-second window just because of how powerful Smokey and Meerky is. There's absolutely no substitute to the damage on this boss if you don't have a Smokey and Meerky. And again, we're trying to optimize the overall attack value of this hero as much as possible. So I'm going to do one more thing here before we get out of here. We do have a little bit of extra resources we can try to kind of tweak and get a little bit more. Again, we're getting so close to that magic 50 billion mark. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. I'm kind of happy on Crazed Shellbrute there's not like a see other people's formations right out of the gate. You kind of have to try to like figure out the teams yourself. We're just going to invest everything we have into the Smokey. Any extra attack we can get on him right now is going to be a huge bonus for us. And heck, we might as well just give like an extra point to a couple other people here. It's not going to be a big difference here. But the other thing is we do have the legendary version. Not like it really matters because we're not giving anything to any other ally, hero, or anything. I guess you could go for more raw stats if you want to go above plus 15 on him, but even at plus 15 feels a little wasted at times, to be honest. A lot of times I think just going to plus 10 on Smokey Meerky is more than fine. But if you guys are truly trying to push the leaderboard, you most definitely need the Dunlingr in this team. It also allows you to keep Mikola out just a little bit longer here too. And yeah, the fact that we're doing a lot of magic damage in this means that the, you know, like Kruger isn't as key here. But once again, we'll watch the damage numbers. Next Smokey is going to be right about here. So we're at 13 this time, and then immediately look at the damage numbers shoot up through the roof. And again, yeah, it's about 20 billion damage of our 50 damage comes from a 10-second window across of a 90-second battle. So you can see why this is such an important thing and why Dunlingr makes this possible, because he's delaying the ultimate on Shakir. Once again, Shakir needs to have Mythic plus 10 to make him viable. Mikola needs Supreme plus. Freesto needs like at least Mythic plus. Probably just building him as strong as possible is good. And right there, because we got the little extra levels on the Smokey, we finally broke the 50 billion damage mark. Heck yeah. So that's the squad right now. If you guys want me to save it, share it, whatever you want me to do, hit me up. I will get you guys what you need. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this Crazed Shellbrute. It's fun every single day. We're finding new amazing teams, and big shout out to the analytical Discord and everything and all those guys. They got some big brains in this game, and they come up with some really awesome teams. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.